name is Fedwa Wazwaz, and I'm doing a small presentation today. And I'm going to share with you a recent Instagram post. It's called Miftah Palestinian is the account. So it's right here. If you go, you could see some of their posts. This particular post I will share with you. But before I do so, I would like to address an issue. And this is going to also, by the way, transition to a theme that I worked on, and I'm going to share with you, which is boundaries and transgressors. If you believe in your values, forget about, if others don't believe in it or not. Like if you walk through the mall, you'll see openly, like Victoria's Secret, for example. And I believe there were cases where Muslims, for example, when they tried to bring Victoria's Secret into Muslim, like Afghanistan type situation, and people started to cover those pictures of nudity or semi-nudity or close to nudity that we see when we're walking through the mall from some mannequins like Victoria's Secret and others. People start in the West talk about Muslims are prudes, and they would start to say freedom of expression and how the sexual revolution and everything that we tend to see within the Western society, which is, again, it's not here to mock. I don't believe that the response back is to mock, but my response has always been, if you believe in your values, you really believe in your values, then you don't use those same values to shame others with, because then you are acknowledging that your values are shameful. So if you believe in your values, as I had a discussion, for example, with some individuals within a women's group, they were non-Muslims. And I had a difficulty comprehending why, for example, they don't wear hijab. Forget about what one person says about hijab and the other person doesn't say about hijab. Why is there this obsession to mock women, dishonor women, disgrace women, and try to look for ways to get them to take off their hijab, but then to shame them if they take off their hijab? I'm not referring here to me. I've been wearing hijab for a very long time. And this is based on, being raised by my mom, but also, as I mentioned, an acknowledgement of the value of our faith. But another thing I want to mention, this I caught on by Sheikh Sha'rawi. He says one of the descriptions of an oppressor is they try to dishonor women. One of the descriptions of an oppressor is they try to dishonor women. And we saw that, for example, with the Prophet's wife, Aisha. May God be pleased with her. When the hypocrites tried, as an argument, they tried to do what? They tried to spread a false rumor about Aisha as a way to dishonor and discredit her. And so again, here we see Israelis who, if you go to the beach, there's Israeli women naked. There's wearing bikinis, and they're wearing what we see again in Victoria's Secret. So why would they go and search Palestinian women's drawers? Well, this is something that's they don't present to the whole world. Why would they go out of their way to try to dishonor or to shame people based on what they do openly? Why would the dressing openly and the lingerie, why would they do that? So again, if you look at the pictures and you look at the post, one of the signs of an oppressor is they try to dishonor and discredit women. This is a sign that you can tell in every oppressor, whether they're men or women. Like I said, I was speaking with a women's group, and I explained to her, I don't see Muslims running around trying to dishonor you by making you dress like them and saying, oh, look at her, she's wearing hijab, and doing it in a way that's derogatory and shameful, kind of like what he's doing. Look at her, you know, this is what she's wearing for her spouse, whoever it is that he got the, you know, the underwear for. But the point is, or the lingerie for it, why are you shaming people for something that is open and public in your way of life? Are you possibly struggling to come to realization that the way you conduct yourself publicly is shameful? Are you internally so full of shame of the way you conduct your public life that the only way you can release that shame is by projecting it on others and trying to tear them down? Because I don't see like from someone saying, oh, look at this lady, she's wearing hijab, she's wearing really modest clothing, and then laugh, 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 and they're making videos mocking and ridiculing. Have you ever seen these? The only time you see it is from Islamophobies, but I don't see Muslims, I mean, like, you know, I don't see Muslims mocking who believe in hijab, who believe in modesty, going around and presenting their values, projecting it on others, and disgracing others for their values. So this is the issue that I would like for you to grapple with. Because when you're full of shame, when you're full of shame for how you conduct yourself publicly and openly, it's still in your heart. You may not, like you may do all of these nice skits and movies and again, that validation, but in your heart, you know, it's shameful. And it comes out when you present it or you throw it onto somebody and you do it in a derogatory and shameful manner. So this is something for not just Israelis to reflect on, but in general. Why is this a way that the expression comes out? Are you possibly struggling with the fact that your open and transparent ways which you interact with women needs to be taken into consideration, and that deep down within your soul and your conscience, you know, it's not right? Just a question for you to think about. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.